off. That was known as London's first one-way street. If you look over to the left-hand side, the large warship is the C-35 HMS Belfast. The Belfast has 12 guns, 6 at forward and 6 at aft, capable of firing a 102-pound shell up to 14 land miles. If the Belfast was to fire her guns in anger, she could hit targets in places such as Kew, Croydon and Dartford, 14 miles away. Now see the flag the Belfast is flying at the front of the boat, the Union Jack. If you ever see that flag flying from any buildings, it is not a Union Jack, it is just a Union flag. The only time it is called a Union Jack when it is flown from the jack staff of a ship. So if you see it on any buildings, it is just a Union flag. If you look to the right hand side behind the trees, the large white building with the 6 black chimneys on top is Customs House. If you're caught bringing too much duty free into the country, cigarettes, alcohol, it's all confiscated and stored in the basement of that building where it is then said to be burnt. Now I've worked out here for the last 25 years and I have never seen a puff of smoke coming from those chimneys. I have been told they do have the best Christmas parties anywhere in London. Also on the right hand side, the yellow brick building, the old Billingsgate Fish Market. A very famous man started his career inside that building. At the time he was 15, going by the name of Maurice Micklewhite. He later on changed his name and his profession. He's now known as Sir Michael Caine. And not a lot of people know that. The next bridge in front of us, the famous London Bridge, the 5th London Bridge to stand on this site since Roman times. This one was opened up in 1973 by Her Majesty the Queen. The one before this, it now stands in the Arizona desert across a man-made lake called Lake Havasu. Ladies and gents, as we go under the bridge, if you have a camera, point your cameras on the right hand side. Engraved into the stone you will see the words London Bridge. Just coming up on our right, let's say engraved into the stone the words London Bridge. It does make for a nice photograph. As we pass through the bridge, if you look over to the left hand side, look between the first 2 buildings on the left, you'll see the old Southwark Cathedral. Been a place of worship on this site since the 12th century. Buried in the grounds of the cathedral is William Shakespeare's younger brother, Edmund Shakespeare. Now ladies and gents, the next bridge in front of us will be the Cannon Street Railway Bridge. Look beneath the bridge on the right hand side, see those glass windows. They've just opened a new sauna. Now they thought it was a clever idea putting it beneath a bridge, forgetting that boats like us pass through every 5 minutes. Pretty much all day, every day, we see semi-naked people inside those windows. And believe me, ladies and gents, some days are better than others. Sometimes you really wish you hadn't looked. Might be a little bit late in the day now. Now the next bridge in front of us is the Southwark Road Bridge, and this is the least used bridge to span the River Thames. That's because the approach roads are so well hidden into the back streets, the one-way systems of London. Not many Londoners actually know that the bridge exists. Have a look on the bridge, folks. You can see there's only a couple of people up there. As I say, it's very hard to find. just coming up, ladies and gents. If you look just in front of us on the right hand side, you can see a small beach on our right. It goes a little bit inland, just where the red brick building is. Now that is called Queen Ive Dock, and this was the evacuation point for the Great Fire of London of 1666. That's where all people was boarding rowing boats to escape the city. If you look over to the left hand side, you'll see the white circular building with the brown thatch roof. That is the New Globe Theatre, a replica of Shakespeare's Old Globe, opened up by Her Majesty the Queen with a seating of 1,600 people. You can go over there today, watch an old Shakespearean play being reenacted. Anything like Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, Hamlet, and so on. Now, ladies and gents, if you look quickly on the right-hand side, look where this bridge goes between the buildings on our right. You're going to get a quick glimpse of St Paul's Cathedral. It will only be a quick glimpse, but it will be a full-length view. So say, look where the bridge goes between the buildings on our right. St Paul's stands at 365 feet tall, that being 1 foot for each day of the year. It has the second largest unsupported cathedral dome in Europe. It took 35 years to build, said to be Sir Christopher Wren's masterpiece. Now the next bridge in front of us, the Blackfriars Railway Bridge. Look up to the roof of the station. It's all solar panels up there. There's over 1,200 solar panels. They do say that on a good day like today, it can generate up to 70% of the platform's energy. It's actually the largest solar panelled roof anywhere in Europe. And they've also got special guttering which collects the rainwater which they use for the toilets in the station. So it's a brand new bridge, this one. It's the only bridge you can actually enter and exit the railway station from either side of the river, called Blackfriars North and South. The next bridge in front of us is the Blackfriars Road Bridge. And if you look to the support columns of the bridge, either side of the archways, you will notice they've been built to represent the pulpits of a church. That was under the express wish of Queen Victoria. As we go beneath the bridge, directly on the right hand side, you'll see a white building with a green sloping roof and the black pinnacle on the top. The old City of London School for Boys. Lord Asquith, he used to go to this school. Look to the face of the building between the archway windows. There are 4 statues. From left to right, these are of John Milton, Sir Isaac Newton, Sir Francis Bacon and William Shakespeare. Keep looking on the right hand side, ladies and gents. There's a red and white building. It's got green glass on the roof of the building. Look just above the green glass. Can you see the small statue? There's a man standing on one leg with one arm up in the air. That statue is Mercury, the wing-tipped messenger. He stands in a building in a place called Fleet Street, and that is where the newspaper industry started off. That was the logo for the independent newspaper. Now, ladies, guys, as a hospital ship. Now, ladies and gents, before we get to the ship, look on the right-hand side. just before the ship. Either side of the road there are two silver dragons or griffins. So keep looking there to the right, one either side of the road, let's say two silver dragons or griffins. Now this is the official boundary line between two cities. The city of Westminster we are just about to enter. The city of London we're just leaving behind us. You will find those dragons or griffins on every major entrance in and out of the city of London. Now ladies and gents, if you look in front of us on the right hand side, behind the trees there's a large white building with a green dome in the centre of the building. Now this is called Somerset House. It's where we used to hold all births, marriages and death certificates. It used to be known as Atcham, Matcham and Dispatcham. It's now owned by Catcham, the Inland Revenue. The next bridge in front of us is Waterloo Road Bridge, and it is more affectionately known on the River Thames as the Ladies' Bridge. When the bridge was built, it was built by 80% female labour due to the fact that men was away in the armed forces. The ladies faced the bridge with a very expensive self-cleaning Portland stone. Every time it rains in London, the face of the bridge will clean itself. Ladies, you will also be pleased to know it was the only bridge to be built on time and under budget. So as you can see, the ladies of London really did do a fantastic job building this bridge, so well done the girls. Ladies and gents, as we go beneath the bridge, in front of us on the right hand side, on the embankment wall, there is a stone obelisk, the Cleopatra's Needle, given to us by an Egyptian for Nelson's victory over Napoleon at the Battle of the Nile. They do say the needle is older than London itself. It is over 3,500 years old. It's the oldest landmark you will see in London today. If you look over to the left-hand side, ladies and gents, you'll see the Royal Festival Concert Hall. Many of the greats have performed here over the years, the likes of Liza Minnelli, Tony Bennett, Elton John, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Jimi Hendrix and even Frank Sinatra have all performed in the Royal Festival Concert Hall. Now that building, ladies and gents, is completely soundproof. The reason being, just in front of us we have Charing Cross Railway Bridge, which is very noisy. So that building to the left is completely soundproof. So the bridge we're going to go beneath, this is Charing Cross Railway.